Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the Texas Tech Red Raiders taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Penn State will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Feeling some heat. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Johnson.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
With the catch, it's Brown. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the right. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. and they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Colorado State is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving Cam the rest of the day off. They're up 14 over James Madison. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. Grabs it in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, the ground game.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a...
He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Myers. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll throw it. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Running toward the tape. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Apparently not tempted to kick the 45-yard field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. Try to get it on the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Not the most productive pass for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Got him downfield. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Fires to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Lofts one high and deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession. but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And the Red Raiders want to move quickly. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The give to the back. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hammond. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Baylor proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Bears team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to
catch. It's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to the air one more time. He's going for a big play downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Penn State. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Velez. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. They'll go right back to it. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Oh, I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Smashes through. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Going up top on 1st down. Going up top. He's got it inside the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And that one will put them up here in the second half. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he'll be brought down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry up. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
To the air, it's Hammond. He's got his man. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Red Raiders have pushed it inside the 20. He's looking for a man on second down. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They'll go to the air. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone. Touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USF looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Now on second down. Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Flowers. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Penn State! They've got the lead here in the fourth. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. He's got it. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On second down, wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Turner. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Stands in and takes the hit. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? When you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, and you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Smith takes the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the catch on the left. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They can't stop the clock, and the defense really can't do anything about this, David.
Nah, great spot to be in for the offense. They know just take a knee, no timeouts for the defense, take the clock down to 0, Palmer.
And they've got to feel good too, David. Hard-fought game. It was a physical contest, but man, getting these W's, that is a sweet, sweet taste.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Timeout, Penn State.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Offense set on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To throw, it's Hammond. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you've got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
They're trying to get to him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play.